Have you ever felt caught in an endless financial struggle? Despite working harder, earning more, the anxiety never truly fades. It's a silent burden many carry daily. We chase promotions, bigger homes, more possessions, believing more will bring peace. Yet often, it only brings more debt, more worry, and a deeper sense of emptiness. This constant chase, this deep-seated fear of not enough, is there truly another path? A way to find peace and true abundance, not just in our bank accounts, but in our souls? The world offers endless strategies. Save more, invest wisely, cut expenses. All valid, yet they often miss the core issue. Our heart's relationship with money, there's a deeper secret. The secret isn't about hoarding or chasing. It's about a counterintuitive principle: generosity. The act of releasing a portion, not because you have too much, but because you trust in a greater source. This isn't about giving to a system, but acknowledging that everything we have is a gift from a loving source. When we release, we affirm our trust in the provider, not in our own limited resources. Yet, even with this understanding, the fear of scarcity can be paralyzing. When bills pile up, when the future feels uncertain, giving feels like a betrayal of our own needs. This is where faith truly begins. Our minds flood with logical arguments. I can't afford it. What if I need it later? This is irresponsible. These voices are loud, making the act of giving seem foolish, even reckless. It's a true battle. But in that moment of deepest fear, a choice emerges. To trust the limited resources we see, or to step into the unseen. It's a leap of faith, a decision to act on a truth deeper than our immediate circumstances. And in that act of releasing, something shifts internally. Not necessarily a sudden windfall, but an immediate, profound peace. The weight of anxiety lifts, replaced by a quiet confidence and a love that provides. And often, in ways we couldn't orchestrate, resources appear. An unexpected opportunity, a forgotten refund, a timely gift. It's not magic, but the quiet assurance that when we honor the source honors our needs. This habit isn't about getting rich, it's about getting free. Free from the grip of greed, free from the fear of lack. It's a transformation from a mindset of scarcity to one of abundance. Knowing our true worth isn't tied to our net worth. This habit isn't a rigid religious rule, but a spiritual discipline of the heart. It's a continuous practice of releasing, trusting, and receiving that redefines our entire relationship with wealth, bringing true freedom. Even when life's challenges arise, when the economy shifts or unexpected expenses hit, the deep-seated anxiety about money diminishes. You walk with a quiet confidence, knowing your true security lies beyond your wallet. Perhaps this secret Christian habit isn't just about transforming your finances, but transforming your heart. Consider taking that leap of faith. Discover the peace and abundance that awaits when you trust in a source greater than yourself. Many of us, even devoted believers, find ourselves caught in a cycle of financial worry. Despite working hard and praying earnestly, the anxieties around money can feel relentless, leaving us stressed and questioning. It's a heavy burden, isn't it? We often believe that more money will solve our problems. We chase promotions, save diligently, and budget carefully. Yet, for many, true financial peace remains elusive. It feels like we're constantly running on a treadmill, never quite reaching the finish line. So, if diligently managing our money isn't enough, what are we missing? Could there be a deeper, spiritual dimension to our financial well-being that we've overlooked? Is there a Christian habit, a secret known to few, that holds the key to true abundance and peace? The Bible reveals this powerful principle: giving. Not just charity, but tithing, the practice of returning 1/10 of our income to God's work. It's an act of faith, acknowledging that everything we have truly belongs to Him and He is our ultimate provider. This isn't about God needing our money, it's about our hearts. Giving breaks the chains of materialism and cultivates a spirit of generosity and trust. It's a spiritual discipline that reorients our perspective from scarcity to God's abundant provision, opening our hands to receive. Yet, embracing this habit is often met with resistance. Our human nature, conditioned by fear and a scarcity mindset, screams, "I can't afford to give." We worry about our own needs, our future, and the practicalities of a shrinking budget. It's a real battle of faith. We question God's promises, doubt His faithfulness, and fear that giving will leave us destitute. This fear is a powerful adversary, whispering lies of lack and insecurity. It's in these moments that our faith is truly tested, asking us to trust beyond what we can see. It's a moment where we must choose between the logic of the world and the promises of God. Will we cling to what we can see, or will we step out in faith, trusting that God's arithmetic is vastly different from our own? This choice defines our journey. When we step out in obedience and trust, something profound happens. It's not always a sudden windfall, but a shift in our perspective. God begins to open doors we never saw, provide resources in unexpected ways, and multiply what we faithfully offer. This isn't a transactional deal with God. It's a relationship. As we honor Him with our first fruits, He pours out blessings that we cannot contain. It's not just about more money, but more peace, more wisdom, and a profound sense of security in His unfailing care. This habit transforms our relationship with money itself. It shifts from being a source of anxiety to a tool for blessing. We become stewards, not owners, understanding that our resources are meant to be managed for God's glory and to impact His kingdom. This secret Christian habit isn't a magic formula for instant riches, but a pathway to true freedom. Freedom from worry, freedom from greed, and freedom to experience God's provision in every area of your life. It builds a legacy far greater than any earthly inheritance. This habit aligns our lives with God's divine economy, where giving truly is receiving. It's a testament to His faithfulness, proving that when we trust Him with our finances, He proves Himself faithful, opening the windows of heaven to pour out blessings. This isn't a one-time act, but a consistent habit, a rhythm of generosity and trust that becomes woven into the fabric of your Christian walk. It's a continuous conversation with God about your resources, inviting Him into every financial decision, big or small. Don't let fear hold you back from experiencing this profound transformation. Take that step of faith today. Start with a tithe and watch God move in ways you never imagined. Embrace this secret Christian habit and unlock a life of true financial peace and spiritual abundance. Many have heard about tithing, but few understand its true power. It's not just about giving 10%. It's an ancient spiritual discipline, a profound act of trust in God's unending provision for your life. This isn't a transactional deal with God. It's a heart posture. It acknowledges that everything we have is already His, and we are merely stewards of His blessings. It sounds counterintuitive. Give away part of what you have, especially when you're struggling to achieve financial transformation. But divine logic often defies human reasoning. The biggest hurdle? Fear. Fear that there won't be enough. Fear of falling behind. Fear that giving will only tighten the grip of scarcity on your life. This habit becomes a profound test of faith. Can you trust God more than your bank account? Can you believe in His promise to provide, even when the numbers don't add up? It shifts your entire perspective on money. From being a source of anxiety and control, it transforms into a tool for God's kingdom and a testament to His faithfulness. Malachi 3:10 challenges us. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse. Test me in this, says the Lord, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven. It's an invitation. The secret isn't just giving, but giving cheerfully. Not out of obligation, but out of a grateful heart, knowing that God loves a cheerful giver. When you embrace this habit, you step into true stewardship. You're not losing money, you're acknowledging God's ownership and participating in His divine economy. This breaks the chains of materialism. It frees you from the endless pursuit of more and anchors your security not in possessions, but in the unwavering character of God. The transformation isn't just financial. It's a profound peace that transcends understanding, knowing your life and future are held securely in God's hands. You might experience unexpected provision, a new opportunity, a debt paid off, a need met in a surprising way. God's faithfulness often manifests in creative forms. As you trust, your capacity for generosity grows. You become a channel of blessing, not just a recipient, impacting lives beyond your own. This habit isn't a one-time fix. It's a lifelong journey of deepening trust. Each act of giving reinforces your faith and reminds you of God's constant care. The true riches aren't found in what you accumulate, but in the freedom, peace, and spiritual abundance that come from honoring God with your first and best. But even with our prayers and hard work, many still feel that financial squeeze, that persistent worry that just won't let go, no matter how tightly we hold on to our resources. We often ask, why isn't God answering my prayers for provision? Or am I doing something wrong? This doubt can erode our faith, not just in finances, but in His overall goodness. What if the answer isn't in working harder or even just praying more, but in a deeper, more radical act of faith that unlocks God's unique economy in our lives? The secret Christian habit that transforms your finances isn't about getting more, it's about courageously giving more. It's the ancient, timeless principle of tithing and generous giving. It sounds counterintuitive, to give away what you desperately need. But this isn't about logic, it's about faith. Trusting that God's arithmetic works differently than ours. This isn't just about money. It's a tangible expression of trust. When we give our first and best, we declare that God is our ultimate provider, not our job, not our savings. The Bible speaks of tithing, giving the first tenth of our income back to God. It's an act of worship, acknowledging that everything we have ultimately comes from Him. But generosity extends beyond just money. It's about cheerfully giving our time, our talents, our energy, any resource God has entrusted to us to serve His kingdom and others. God promises to open the floodgates of heaven for those who honor Him with their first fruits. Not just financially, but with blessings of peace, joy, and spiritual abundance. Perhaps you've never truly practiced this. The first step is simple. Commit to giving a portion, even a small one, and observe God's faithfulness in your life. The most profound transformation isn't just in your bank account, but in your heart. You'll find a peace that truly surpasses all understanding, even amidst financial challenges. As you sow generously, you will reap generously. Not always in the ways you expect, but in ways that demonstrate God's abundant provision and care for every detail of your life. This habit breaks the chains of greed and materialism that often bind us. It reorients our hearts to what truly matters, our relationship with God and serving His purposes. When we give generously, we're not just moving money around, we're investing in something eternal, God's kingdom work here on earth, touching lives and spreading hope. This isn't a rigid formula for prosperity, but an invitation to a deeper relationship of trust with God, where His faithfulness becomes the foundation of your financial peace. This isn't just about giving 10%. It's about a radical shift in perspective, recognizing that everything we possess truly belongs to God. It's a habit of stewardship, not just a transaction. It's easy to talk about giving when you have abundance. But what about when every dollar feels essential? When scarcity whispers doubts? That's when faith truly comes into play, an act of obedience. This habit teaches us to prioritize God first, even before our own needs. It's a declaration of trust, believing that if we honor Him with our first fruits, He will ensure our sufficiency. Yet, even after giving, the battle between faith and fear can rage. Doubts may whisper, will there truly be enough? This is where we learn to lean not on our understanding, but on God's promises. This habit isn't just about the act of giving, it's about the consistent choice to trust. Stepping out in obedience, even when logic argues against it, solidifies our reliance on a faithful God. God isn't a cosmic vending machine, but He is faithful to His promises. He assures us that when we seek His kingdom first, all these things our needs will be added to us. This is His divine economy. This isn't always a sudden influx of wealth, but often a consistent, unexpected provision. Malachi 3:10 speaks of God opening the windows of heaven to pour out blessings we can't even contain. This habit transforms anxiety into peace and scarcity into sufficiency. It's not about becoming rich, but about experiencing God's reliable provision, knowing He holds our future in His hands. Beyond finances, this habit cultivates a spirit of contentment and gratitude. It frees us from the grip of materialism, allowing us to experience true abundance in our relationship with God and others. Once we truly grasp this principle, our giving extends beyond the tithe. We become channels of blessing, actively looking for opportunities to share our resources, time, and talents with others. There's a unique joy found in generosity, a fulfillment that accumulation can never provide. It's the joy of seeing lives touched, burdens lightened, and God's love made tangible through our willingness to give. This secret habit reframes our view of finances from personal gain to kingdom impact. Our resources become tools for God's purposes, building His church and spreading His message of hope and love. This journey of faithful stewardship isn't a one-time decision, but a continuous walk. It's about daily surrender, trusting God with every resource, every season, and every aspect of our lives. Are you ready to embrace this secret habit of faithful stewardship? To unlock not just financial transformation, but a deeper peace and purpose? Take that step of faith today. Remember, God's economy is always one of abundance when we trust Him. Step into that divine flow and watch as your finances, and indeed your entire life, are transformed by His grace and faithfulness.